Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Jason and this is my realm story. Okay, so this is the Realm Sniper Blaster manufactured by DTB Dartbros. I was fortunate enough to probably be the first paying customer to receive the Realm a little while ago. If you're familiar with the Realm, you've probably already watched the review video by Bradley Phillips where he covers the blaster extensively, so there's not really any need for me to go through it piece by piece. Basically, this is just the story of my Realm. As you can see, it's a little bit different to the Realm that most other people will be receiving from Dartbros DTB, which is available through the Blast Pro shop. Mine has a little bit of different colouring to it because of where I live here in Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. We have some club rules that don't allow certain colours to be used on blasters, such as blacks, dark greys, camouflage, OD, greens, etc, etc. So mine has been done with the white cheek rest in it, and piece here, just because of the dark grey not being allowed. You'll also notice that mine has a blue piece here, and the bolt colour has been also changed to a brighter blue. That is not available from Dartbros. The reason I have a blue one is because I broke the bolt. The bolts on the Realm had a manufacturing defect in the first batch where they weren't printed with enough infill, and there has been a couple of cases where people have broken the bolt, had it literally snap off as the blaster was being primed. I was the first one that happened to, so I've had another bolt and slide piece reprinted with a slightly stronger infill. I was able to do that because I did contact DTB straight away, and they were kind enough to release the files to anybody that has had the problem with the bolt breaking. I understand that they have already started a new design for the bolt that includes an actual bolt, metal bolt inside of it to help strengthen it so that this problem doesn't occur for anybody else. I fell in love with the Realm approximately 8 months ago when I first saw it on a Facebook post by Think Big Do Small, and subsequently in other posts on the No BS Nerf group page on Facebook as well, and I followed it pretty much all the way through its design process. I bugged the designers constantly as to when it was coming out, to the point where eventually I received one. This is a 300 FPS sniper blaster with the standard spring that comes with it, and 2 spacers. So the blaster itself comes with 2 springs, a lighter spring and heavy spring. Heavy spring with the 2 spacers achieves about 300 FPS. I run mine with 3 spacers, which gives me around about 315 FPS. It was higher initially, but when the spring finally does wear in, it will drop down to about 315. I also get about a 300 FPS average with that spring and spacer set up using the 1.2 gram worker bamboos. The 315 is with standard worker 1 gram darts. The story of my Realm, it has been up and down. I like to push blasters to their absolute limit, and in doing so I've managed to break mine, being that it's a 3D printed blaster, a couple of times. Fortunately, I've been able to repair it and get it to the point that it is now. I'm currently running a much larger spring after destroying the spring rest and having to rebuild it literally out of epoxy resin and fix it myself. This blaster is currently shooting around about a 380 feet per second average with 1 gram darts. I would not recommend it to anybody that owns a Realm to be running the blaster at such a high FPS, being that it is 3D printed. It will more than likely fail at some point, but for now I just wanted to see how hard I could push it. The good news is that I can achieve 380 FPS with the 3D printed version. You'll be very happy to know that there is a metal kit coming out which includes a new metal bolt, a larger plunger tube, lighter plunger rod that will definitely achieve over 400 FPS with a much lighter prime than I'm currently using. Now with the spring that I have in it, it is a 2.5 millimeter gauge spring, 22 millimeter outer diameter and 300 millimeter long resting length. And like I said, I'm running it with one of the provided spaces that DTB gives you with the blaster, which is approximately about an inch long, and I'm getting 380 FPS as an average. I will show a chronograph of the blaster in use, but for now I just wanted to show you how hard it is actually to prime. You do need to rest the blaster against yourself. I choose an overhand prime because I don't want to put too much force on the bolt because it will break. So I use an overhand prime, but just so you know how hard it is, it's still a one-hand prime. That's pretty impressive for a 3D printed blaster with such a high spring load on it. And like I said, it is getting 380 FPS on average. Accuracy wise, fantastic. You've seen it in Bradley's video. It doesn't alter with the FPS going any higher. It shoots fantastic groups. I have used this blaster in games before, and I have achieved 45 to 50 meter tags with it, albeit running at the 315 FPS limit that I have. So I'll be very interested to see how I go with the blaster running such a high FPS at 380. So with that, I will leave you with a couple of shots that I've run through the chronograph, just to show you what is achievable with the DTB Dartbros Realm. Thank you for watching. Cheers.